Hi everyone, it's Vicky here from Crafty Heaven and thank you very much for joining me today. So I've been having a play and I've been colouring some of my lace appliques. I got a project that I'm making for someone and I needed some purple applique and I hadn't got any and I couldn't find any online that was cheap enough. So I thought, do you know what, I'm going to have a play and try and dye my own lace appliques. And this is what I come up with. So I've seen loads of people on YouTube either using matte medium, which I don't have. I've seen someone use Mod Podge, I think. Don't count me on that. I'm sure I have, but I can't remember. But I haven't seen anyone using modelling paste. So I went to the range and had a look in the craft section and I was looking for some matte medium. And I would have gone for the Winsor & Newton brand, but they didn't have any. And I had a look online and it's about £11 something, and I thought, do you know what, instead of me buying some, why don't I have a look in my stash and see what I have. So these are the two items that I had in my stash and I thought I'm gonna have a play and see if these work, and they do. But I actually prefer the modelling paste to the Mod Podge, and I'll tell you the reason why. The Mod Podge makes your appliques really stiff, okay, which is okay if you like that and you don't mind that, but yeah, it does make it a bit more stiffer, whereas the modelling paste, it does make it stiff, but it's nowhere near than the Mod Podge. So I'm going to be using the modelling paste, but like I said, it can be done with the Mod Podge, but make sure that you use the matte, not the gloss, because otherwise that will make your fabrics shiny. So, but yeah, you can do it with Mod Podge. So there we go. And you can see that they've all come out in different shades of lavender, even though it's the same one that I've used. I think it just depends on how much mica powder you add and obviously how much water you add to it, but just like I said, just play, have fun with it and see what you come up with. So as you can see, this one here came out a really light shade colour compared to the others, and I worked around this flower in the middle because this is stuck to it, so I just worked around it. So I'm going to show you how I did it, and yeah, let's go and have some fun. I would like to dye this, but this is attached, so you have to excuse my dog. I'm going to try and colour this without getting the flower. I mean, you could take it off and reapply it with some hot glue, but let me just have a look to see if I can do that. I could do, but it might actually rip my lace, so I'm not going to. So I'm going to try and do it with the flower on. So let's get some modelling paste. So I have the Lavender Artesa mica powder, and I'm just going to put a few drops of it, mix it up. So I'm going to add a bit of water to this because it's too thick to add to my lace. So I just want to water that down. So I'm just going to add a little drop of water. Not too much because you don't want it to be you don't want it to be really runny. So I'm going to get a paintbrush to paint it on, I think. So I've just found this one. So I'm just going to go over the top and try and avoid the flower if possible. Now, if your lace didn't have a flower on like mine, all I did was with the others was just literally, let me see if I can grab this. All I did was rubbed it in and then I scrunched it up to make sure that I got a good coverage. Okay, but obviously I'm using the lace that's got the flower on, so I'm just going to paint it on and see how we go. So there we go. So I've managed to do it so I don't get the flower, and I've just gone over it on the back. You don't really necessarily have to do the back because you're not going to see it, but there we go. How pretty does that look? Absolutely gorgeous. And again, a totally different colour to what we have here. This is obviously a really lighter one, and then these are darker ones. So have a play, just, you know, see what you have. And like I said, I had this in my stash and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to give it a go, and it worked just as well. And you just let that dry now. You can heat set it with your heat tool if you want to, if you're not very patient, or you can just let it air dry. But yeah, there we go. So if you have Mod Podge, you can use it with that. Just remember, it will stiffen up a bit more than modelling paste, but you can use that. And I hope that this is helpful to someone, and give it a go. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up, and continue to support my channel by hitting that subscribe button. And I hope that you're all safe and well in this horrible heat here in the UK. And take care, guys, and I see you soon. Bye.